bears repeating just to point out how exciting have been the meetings between the Yankees and the Orioles of late. Last year, in 13 games, Baltimore won 7 of them. In 10 of those 13 games, the trailing team brought the tie run to the plate in the final inning. Well, we've got the bottom of the ninth, tied up 5-5. Gossage waits on the mound. Humphrey steps in, and here's Bill.
Well, the Yankees hoping that this game can go to the 10th inning so they can bring up Jackson, Gamble, and Nettle. And Orioles like Al Bunbury crossing their fingers and kind of rubbing on a rabbit's foot and hoping that it's going to end in the ninth. 5-5 tie, Gossage to Bunbury, strike call. Gossage came out of the Yankee pen for the first time in this series last inning. Big Gossage to small Bunbury, strike one. Swing and a miss, a late cut. After Bunbury, Dower, and Singleton, maybe Murray. A big edge for Gossage as he makes the strike two pitch to Bunbury. Ground ball right back to the glove side of the pitcher. Gossage throws out Bunbury with loads to spare. So out number one recorded in the bottom of the ninth inning. Well, I guess many people in the ballpark tonight might well thank the very pure and unsophisticated Yogi Berra for a statement that fits tonight. Here's a pitch and a strike. The pure and unsophisticated Yogi Berra would say, I want to thank all of you for making this night necessary. Strike one pitch. Line drive, base hit, center field. Dowers the winning run at first base with one out. He sent a line drive way past the glove side of the shortstop Dent. Dower, the winning run maybe at first base. Here is Jim Dwyer batting for the first time tonight. Dwyer was a pinch runner for Singleton in the 7th inning, stayed in the game and went to left field. Dwyer, the batter for the first time. Left-hand batter sends a line drive. Base hit to the corner in right field. Dowers around second. Dowers being waved on to third, and he holds up. Jim Dwyer, who did not have a base hit in this series. Dwyer took Gossage to the right field corner. And now, instead of the winning run being at first base with Dower, it's at third base with Dower, and Eddie Murray coming up. Jim Dwyer, with his only plate appearance of this series, Jim Dwyer has a base hit. Chuck?
Bill, we have a pinch runner now. Bobby Bonner has just come out of the dugout to run for Rich Dower at third base. Dwyer's base hit brings Eddie Murray up. What a sight we look at from our vantage point here at the mezzanine level of Memorial Stadium. Tonight's crowd, 42,869. I'll tell you, they're all here. No one goes. Nobody ever walks out on a Yankee-Oriole game. And Bill, tell them about Ed Murray.
Well, Eddie Murray will not get a chance to swing on Rich Gossage. They're going to walk Eddie Murray and load the bases. There's ball two outside. Bonner, the pinch runner for Dwyer, standing near third where Nettles is. Second base open. Dwyer leading at first with 2-0 pitch, wide again, and ball three. So it will come down after the next pitch to a battle between Gossage and Renicky, and there is ball four. Murray gets an intentional walk. Bonner stays at third. Dwyer goes to second. Murray with the intentional pass, reaching first. Renicky about to come up, and there will be a delay because Gene Michael is traveling to the mound. Now, Michael's not going there to take out Gossage. No way is he going to take out Gossage. That's his relief ace. But he wants to talk about a couple of things. He'd like to talk about maybe ground ball situations, say to a Nettle, or say to a Willie Randolph. One man out, and the bases are loaded. Michael has talked to Gossage, to Cerrone, his battery, and to the third baseman, Nettles. And Nettles now, as he's heading to third base, turns around, walks back to the mound, and he is reminding Gossage, make sure you're set. All right, Renicky was going to come up, but he will not. John Lowenstein will bat instead. Lowenstein batting with the bases loaded and only one away. The winning run at third base with Bob Bonner. Lowenstein came up twice last night, walked and singled. He is the pinch hitter in the ninth. Gossage works. Strike knee high to the pinch hitter Lowenstein. Bonner at third. Dwyer at second. Murray at first. The infield to the grass. Strike one pitch. A ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nettles at the grass. Dent a step behind it. Randolph, the second baseman, at the grass. 1-1 to Lowenstein. Ball 2. That one was thrown high outside. So, in the third game of the series, as the Orioles are going for a sweep, the finest game of the series. 2-1 pitch to Lowenstein. Swing! Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crowley is the on-deck man. Lowenstein batting for Renicky. Bonner, Dwyer, and Murray lead. 2-2 from Gossage. Ball 3 outside to Lowenstein. So what a dramatic moment with 1 away. With the Yankee infield drawn to the grass. With the bases loaded and 1 out. It's going to be a 3-2 pitch to Lowenstein. A ground ball to Randolph. He throws home. They get 1. He'll throw to first base. The ground ball was hit right at the second baseman, Randolph. He threw home to Cerrone to force Bob Bonner. But Cerrone knew he'd better not throw to first, and he did not. Lowenstein reaching first. Murray moves to second, and Dwyer's camped to third, and here's the king of swing again. Crowley replaced Ayala in the 8th inning as the designated hitter. In the 8th inning, he was the first batter to face Gossage. In the 9th inning, he's trying to be the last batter of the ball game. Bases loaded, a foul upstairs on the third base side. Strike 1 to Terry Crowley. Crowley, the swinging hero of last night's Orioles 6-4 victory, with his first and second home runs of the year. Strike 1 pitch. Outside to the Crow. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, let's give you a tour around the bases. Dwyer, Murray, and Lowenstein with 2 out leads. 1-1 pitch, way inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rick Dempsey with his shin guards on, coming out to the on-deck area. But Dempsey doesn't mean a thing with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch, line drive, base hit, right field, and Dwyer has scored. The Orioles win 6-5. The key to swing, Terry Crowley drives the base hit to right field. 43,000 standing, applauding, and loving Terry Crowley even more tonight than they did last night. What have the Orioles done? They have just not won tonight 6-5. They have beaten the Yankees 3 nights in a row, and they have beaten them with the Yankee president sitting in the Orioles box upstairs. George Steinbrenner has said that winning is next to breathing. Well, George Steinbrenner right now is being given a respirator by EBW. Final score on one of the great nights of Oriole baseball. Final score, Orioles 6, the Yankees 5, and the mayor of 33rd Street, the mayor tonight, all Baltimore loves him, is Terry Crowley.
Dropped to 23, and 19, 5 games behind the Orioles in the loss column. The winner in relief, Chippy Martinez. The loser, Gossage. We got a lot of highlights to listen to tonight. A great game at Memorial Stadium. We'll be back to listen to those highlights after this message.
You're entering a world torn apart by scorching heat, massive floods, and bitter cold. It's your pavement, your company parking lot, driveway, or service area. The sun bakes.
And then the Yankees come back. They score 3 runs in the 8th inning. The Orioles get the bases loaded. In the 9th inning, are they going to cash in? Will they cash in? They certainly did, as they won it 6-5. Mike Flanagan gave a great effort tonight. So let's start with the Yankees in the 2nd inning. Dave Winfield
was a strikeout victim for Mike Flanagan, and then Mike went to work on Reggie Jackson and Barry Foote.
The Yankees will be here the final 3 days of the regular season: Friday, October the 2nd, Saturday the 3rd, and Sunday, October the 4th. The 2-2 pitch to the waiting Jackson. Another sidearm fastball, and a strike 3 is called. 2 breaking balls thrown sidearm were out of the strike zone. He stayed with a sidearm offering to the left-handed bat of Jackson and got a looking strike with a fastball over the outer portion of the knee. Well, we're very happy to welcome to our ballpark tonight the owner of the New York Yankees, Mr. George Steinbrenner. We hope that he enjoys his stay in this fine old city. And the 1-2 offering on the way. Swing and a miss. Flanagan fans the side at the end of an inning and a half. The score, New York nothing, Baltimore nothing.
Then in Yankee third inning, New York on an infield hit and 2 walks, loaded the bases on Mike Flanagan with 1 out. Sorona's at bat, and it's time for a little Oriole D.
Down comes the 1-1 offering with the bases loaded and 1 out. A ground ball to the glove side of the shortstop. Belanger there. 1 out at second. Throw to third. Double play. 6-4-3 double play, and the inning is over at the end of 2 1/2. Orioles nothing, Yankees nothing.
The Orioles mounted the threat in the third inning. The Sensei walked. Belanger lined up. Bunbury beat out a bunt. Runners on first and second for Rich Dower.
On strike pitch to Dower. The runners are going. The pitch is swung on a ground ball. Base hit through the hole to left field. Here is the Sensei around third scoring, and the Orioles lead 1-0, and the runners were breaking on the pitch.
So at the end of 3, it was Baltimore 1 and New York nothing. Then with 2 out of the Oriole fourth inning, Dempsey walked to bring up Doug DeCinces.
And the 1-strike pitch to DeCinces. Here's a fly ball, well hit, deep center field. Winfield going back on the warning track of the wall. It's gone. A line drive home run for DeCinces. They're on their feet at Memorial Stadium. DeCinces has just hit number 5, and I mean hit it. This was not the lofted fly ball that soared far out into the night. This was a bazooka shell that went screaming over the barrier before Winfield could get there. The Orioles 3, the Yankees nothing. Home run number 5 for DeCinces.
The Yankees made it a 3-2 game on a Bucky Dent 2-run homer in the 5th inning. Then at the Yankees' 6th inning with 2 outs, Winfield singles. He becomes the tying run, and Reggie Jackson is up.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jackson staring right out at Flanagan, who looks away and now deals. Strike 3, outside corner. The same pitch that Flanagan used in the 2nd inning, he uses again in the 6th inning. Sidearm fastball, outside corner, strike 3 called. Jackson is 0 for 3. In the middle of the 6th inning, Orioles 3, Yankees 2. Then after Benny Ayala reached in the Orioles 6th inning on Greg Nettles' 2nd error of the night, Dempsey lined out to left field, and Yankee manager Gene Michael went into the bullpen for Ron Davis. And the first batter he faced, guess who? Doug DeCinces. Doug on the 2-0. Swing, fly ball, fairly well hit. Deep to right center field. Going, gone again. Another DeCinces home run. And another lovable scene in Baltimore with 40,000 standing and with the Oriole lead growing. An Oriole lead of 5-2. DeCinces has driven in 4 of the 5. He has home run number 6. Well, with 2 out of the New York 8th inning, Piniella singled to right, and Winfield reached on an infield hit to bring up Reggie Jackson. Reggie walked to load the bases, and Earl Weaver went to the bullpen for Tim Stoddard. Oscar Gamble came in to pinch hit for Foote. Gamble walked, forcing in the Yankees' 3rd run. Stoddard was then pulled for Tippy Martinez, and Tippy had to face Nettles. Tippy set slowly. 2-2 pitch. Is lined to left, a base hit. Winfield scoring, 5-4. Jackson coming home, a 5-5 tie. Nettles gets his 3rd hit tonight. He drives in 2 runs. He now has 5 hits against Oriole left-handers in this series. Rodriguez grounded out to end the inning. Now with 1 out in the Bird 8th inning, Rick Dempsey walked to become the go-ahead run.
The sensei was called out on strikes, and Belanger is the batter.
1-2 to Belanger. Breaking ball line towards left. On comes Piniella. Base hit. On his way to third base goes Dempsey. And here's Dempsey coming home. The throw is home. He barrels into Cerrone. Cerrone tags him out. Cerrone holds onto the ball. Dempsey gambled when the ball went by the infield. When it was backed up at first base by Rodriguez, Dempsey gambled. Did not stop at third. Came onto the plate. Rodriguez threw to Cerrone. Dempsey put his shoulder into Cerrone. Drove him away from the plate after Cerrone tagged him, but Cerrone did not.
And Cerrone did not score, and the tension continued to build here at Memorial Stadium. In the ninth inning, the Yankees, with 2 outs, got runners on first and third for Winfield. However, Winfield grounded into a force to end that inning. Now in the Oriole ninth inning. 1 out, Dower singles. He goes to third on a Dwyer single to right field. Eddie Murray was intentionally walked at that point. To load the bases, Bob Bonner went to third to run for Dower. John Lowenstein came in to pinch hit for Gary Renicky. Lowenstein grounded the second inning. Randolph came home to force Bonner. And then the king of swing does his thing.
2-1 pitch. Line drive. Base hit. Right field. And Dwyer has scored. The Orioles win 6-5. The king of swing, Terry Crowley, drives a base hit to right field. 43,000 standing, applauding, and loving Terry Crowley even more tonight than they did last night. What have the Orioles done? They have just not won tonight 6-5. They have beaten the Yankees 3 nights in a row, and they have beaten them with the Yankee president sitting in the Orioles box upstairs. George Steinbrenner has said that winning is next to breathing. Well, George Steinbrenner right now is being given a respirator by EBW. Final score on one of the great nights of Oriole baseball. Final score, Orioles 6, the Yankees 5, and the mayor of 33rd Street, the mayor tonight, all Baltimore loves him, is Terry Crowley.
And let's give an A+ to Bill O'Donnell on that call. We'll be back with some more notes. There's been some late labor developments. If you're interested in those, we'll take a look at the scoreboard